we are now here when light is now traveling from water back to ground glass. So we have our water will now be n sub 5 and our ground glass will now be n sub 6. We still use the same formula, but again, we erase the theta sub 5 and then we change that into theta sub 6. And then afterwards, we erase the n sub 4 and the theta sub 4 and then we change that into n sub 5 and then sine theta sub 5. We erase n sub 5 and then we change that with n sub 6. So let's substitute all the values. So we have theta sub 6 is equal to sine raised to negative 1. Our n sub 5 is the index of refraction of water, which is 1.33. And we have now here 1.33 multiplied by sine theta sub 5. The theta sub 5 is the one that we solved a while ago. Sine 25.62976944 degrees. Divided by the n sub 6, which is the index of refraction of ground glass, 1.523. So we have theta sub 6 is equal to sine raised to negative 1. 1.33, you get the sign of this value. So we have 0.4325542599 degrees divided by 1.523. Theta sub 6 is equal to sine raised to negative 1. We multiply this value by 1.33 and our answer would be 0.5752971656 degrees divided by 1.523. And then we have here sine raised to negative 1. We get the quotient and we have the value 0.377739439 degrees. And then in your calculator, you click shift, you click sign, and then you click equals. We have the value 22.19372842 degrees. And we are now here for the last part, that is when light is now traveling from ground glass back to the air. So we use the same formula, and then just like in the previous steps, so we erase the theta sub 6, change that into theta sub 7, erase the n sub 5 and theta sub 5, then change that into n sub 6 and theta sub 6. We erase n sub 6 and then we change that into n sub 7. So let us substitute. Theta sub 7 is equal to sine raised to negative 1. Our n sub 6 is now the index of refraction of the ground glass, which is 1.523. That's 1.523. We multiply it by the sine theta sub 6 that we solved a while ago. Sine 22.19372842 degrees divided by the n sub 7, which is now the air, 1.003. So that's theta sub 7 is equal to sine raised to negative 1 multiplied by 1.523. We get now the sign of these figures, and then you hit equals. We have now the value 0.377739 degrees divided by 1.003. So that is theta sub 7 equals sine raised to negative 1. Then we get the product of these two, that's multiplied by 1.523, and we have our answer 0.575297156 degrees. We divide this by 1.009, and our answer here would be, that is 0.5735764363 degrees. in your calculator, you simply click shift sign and then you hit equals. The answer now would be 35 degrees. So we have here the list of all of the solved thetas of the different media. We use the value of theta sub 1 to solve for the value of theta sub 2. We use the theta sub 2 to solve for theta sub 3. We use the value of theta sub 3 to solve for theta sub 4. We use the value of theta sub 4 to solve for theta sub 5. We use the value of theta sub 5 to solve for theta sub 6. And we use the value of theta sub 6 to solve for theta sub 7. Now, how are we going to determine if your process is correct? So we checked all of the thetas. Example, for this, in air, theta sub 1 is 35. And then let's check sa last. The value of air here is also 35. So that's correct. Next, for the crown glass. Crown glass, we have 22.19, 37, 28, 42. So let's check the crown glass here. 22.19, 37, 28, 42. So they have the same. That's correct. How about water? Well, let's try to check water. Water here in theta sub 3 is 25.629,76944. Water here is 25.629,76944. So that is correct. So again, you can say that your process is correct if and only if most of the figures will be correct. Will be the same. When I say most of the figures, because there are times when you have the same figure, 90% of it has the same value. For example, instead of 25.629,76944, it became 25.629,76955. It's because of the rounding off process. So again, this is how you check if your process is correct. I hope you learned something from this session. Thank you so much for listening.